June 6th, 1944, 6:30 a.m. The blood-stained waters of Omaha Beach crash against the shore as thousands of American soldiers struggle through Nazi killing fields. German machine gunners from the 352nd Infantry Division rake the beach with deadly MG-42 fire, their concrete bunkers seemingly impregnable. The morning mist hangs heavy over the killing fields, masking the carnage below. But what if, at that desperate moment when Allied forces faced annihilation, the thunderous thwop, thwop, thwop of rotor blades suddenly filled the air? What if 4 sleek Apache attack helicopters materialized through the morning mist? Technology from 8 decades in the future, about to meet World War II's deadliest defenses? Picture German gunners who had never seen anything faster than a Focke-Wulf fighter suddenly confronted by machines that could hover like hummingbirds, strike like lightning, and disappear before their 88mm flak guns could even track them. This is the story of when 21st century rotorcraft meets 1940s warfare. The modern war machines. A-64 Apache. The Boeing AH-64. Apache represents the absolute pinnacle of aerial warfare technology. These flying predators cruise at 175 miles per hour, nearly 3 times faster than any German aircraft could maintain at low altitude. With a combat range of 300 miles, a single Apache could strike targets across the entire Normandy Peninsula without refueling. Each Apache carries a devastating M230 30mm chain gun mounted beneath its nose, capable of firing 625 armor-piercing rounds per minute with surgical precision. The gun's targeting system includes thermal imaging, laser range-finding, and computer-assisted fire control, technology that would seem like magic to Wehrmacht defenders. A single burst could punch through concrete bunker walls like tissue paper. The real terror comes from their stub-wing pylons. Each Apache can carry 16 AGM-114 Hellfire anti-tank missiles with a 5-mile range, meaning they could engage German positions from beyond visual range. These laser-guided weapons deliver 20-pound warheads that can penetrate 39 inches of rolled homogeneous armor. The strongest German bunker walls at Omaha were only 12 inches thick. Boeing Defense, https://www.boeing.com, Defense, H-64 Apache. Supporting them, 2 UH-60 Blackhawks provide rapid insertion capabilities that the Wehrmacht never anticipated. Each Blackhawk can transport 11 fully equipped soldiers at 183 miles per hour, landing them precisely behind enemy lines while the Apaches suppress defensive positions. Unlike the vulnerable paratroopers of 1944 who scattered across the countryside, these modern troops would arrive exactly where needed, when needed. However, even these technological marvels face critical limitations. Each helicopter requires hundreds of gallons of specialized aviation fuel, advanced maintenance facilities, and spare parts that simply don't exist in 1944. Most critically, these complex machines depend on satellite navigation, encrypted communications, and electronic warfare systems that would be completely blind in the 1940s technological landscape. The German fortress, historical Omaha Beach defenses, the German 352nd Infantry Division, commanded by General Lieutenant Dietrich Kreis, had transformed 5 miles of Omaha Beach into an engineering nightmare specifically designed to slaughter attacking forces. This veteran unit represented some of the Wehrmacht's most formidable coastal fortifications. 14 reinforced concrete bunkers housed 105mm and 155mm artillery pieces with pre-calculated firing solutions covering every square meter of beach. 85 machine gun nests, primarily equipped with MG-42s, created overlapping kill zones that left no dead space for advancing infantry. The legendary Hitler's buzzsaw could deliver 1,500 rounds per minute, cutting down entire squads in seconds with its terrifying rate of fire. 8 75mm POC-40 anti-tank guns positioned on the bluffs could penetrate 154mm of armor at 500 meters, more than enough to destroy any Allied tank of 1944. These weapons, originally designed to stop Soviet T-34s on the Eastern Front, commanded perfect fields of fire across the entire landing zone. The defensive philosophy relied on depth and redundancy. If attackers neutralized one position, interlocking fire from adjacent bunkers would immediately engage them. Concentrated mortar barrages from hidden inland positions could rain high explosive death on any troops reaching the seawall. Pre-positioned obstacles, mines, and wire entanglements funneled attackers into predetermined killing zones. Imperial War Museums, https www.wm.org.uk. History, the German response to D-Day. Most importantly, these German defenders expected everything 1944 could throw at them: battleship bombardment, airstrikes, tanks, and massed infantry assaults. Their training, equipment, and fortifications were specifically designed to counter known threats. They had never conceived of aerial platforms that could hover motionless while delivering precision strikes. Apache in combat configuration, HTTPS, images 05, military.com, sites, default files, media, equipment, military aircraft, AA-64, Apache Longbow 2014-02, AH-64, Apache Longbow 002.jpg. The morning mist parts like a curtain as 4 Apache gunships race across the English Channel at 200 feet, their rotor downwash whipping the gray water into foam. German radar operators strain their eyes at primitive screens. These contacts are too small and too fast to be bombers, moving at impossible angles. Obergefreiter Klaus Weber peers through binoculars from bunker WN-72, watching American soldiers dying by the hundreds in the surf below. His MG-42 has already burned through 6 ammunition belts, the barrel glowing cherry red. Victory seems certain. Then he hears it, a rhythmic beating that grows louder with each passing second. The first Apache crests the bluff line, and Weber freezes in absolute confusion. This machine hovers like a bird but bristles with unknown weapons. The Apache's targeting system locks onto bunker WN-72 in milliseconds. Weber's world explodes in a hurricane of 30mm rounds, each depleted uranium projectile hitting with the force of a small artillery shell. The bunker's concrete walls crumble like cardboard. Weber doesn't even have time to scream. Achtung! Achtung! Panicked German voices crackle across radio frequencies. Flying machines that don't move! They're destroying our positions. The second Apache engages the 88mm flak battery at WN-74. The German crew frantically cranks their massive guns skyward, but the Apache dances sideways through the air with impossible agility. A Hellfire missile streaks from the helicopter's wing pylon, its laser guidance tracking with perfect precision. The warhead detonates inside the gun emplacement, vaporizing the crew. But the Germans adapt with legendary speed. Scattered Panzerfaust teams emerge from hidden positions, their 100mm shaped charges capable of downing any helicopter with a single hit. The 88mm crews that survived learn to track movement patterns, adjusting tactics for targets that can stop and reverse direction instantly. Even revolutionary technology faces immutable constraints. 4 Apache helicopters cannot carry enough ammunition to neutralize the entire Atlantic Wall's defensive network. Each aircraft's 16 Hellfire missiles represent finite resources. Once expended, these precision weapons cannot be magically replenished in 1944's technological landscape. The initial shock effect would be absolutely catastrophic for German defenders. Conservative estimates suggest the helicopters could eliminate 60 to 70% of fixed fortifications within their operational range. The psychological impact of hovering death machines would shatter Wehrmacht morale across the entire beachhead. However, ammunition expenditure is massive. Each helicopter burns through its 1,230mm rounds in less than 2 minutes of sustained fire. Fuel consumption at combat power settings means perhaps 30 minutes of operational time before requiring resupply that doesn't exist. After 4 to 6 hours of combat operations, these mechanical marvels become extraordinarily expensive lawn ornaments. Omaha Beach would fall in hours rather than a full day, saving thousands of Allied lives. The beachhead would expand rapidly as German reserves struggled to coordinate responses against an enemy that could appear anywhere at will. D-Day's success would be assured with minimal casualties. But could 4 helicopters change World War II's ultimate result? Germany would still face invasion from 3 directions, still lack resources for prolonged warfare, and still confront the overwhelming industrial capacity of Allied powers. The helicopters would change the tactics of D-Day, not its strategic inevitability. They would transform the bloodbath of Omaha Beach into a surgical strike, writing a very different first chapter of liberation, but the war's ending would remain unchanged. What do you think? Could modern air power have eliminated the need for D-Day entirely? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe for more mind-bending military scenarios.